I'm not truly happy with what I'm doing for a living. It's easy, it's fun, it's easy money.
Today we're going to be talking about Candy, or Hungryfatchick. We've talked about her a couple times on the channel. I've actually had her on the channel before, but she actually uploaded a video recently that I think really explains kind of where she's at mentally, and there was just a lot of stuff in the video that I think is one, kind of almost like a cry for help, but it also does show that Candy is very self-aware, and there's a lot going on, and I feel like her situation is really interesting. So the title of the video is called Jack in the Box Fast Food for Views. So again, kind of commenting on the fact that she knows that people watch her videos because they want to see her eat fast food. And so again, she is very self-aware. So I have clipped the video down, and there's about 9 minutes that I want to talk about. And so we're not gonna, it's a 40-minute video, so we're not gonna watch the whole thing, but without further ado, let's just get straight into it. Really quick, I just wanted to say huge thank you to Green Chef for sponsoring this video. If you're not familiar with what Green Chef is, they're a company that sends you meals that you can cook yourself at home. They make it really easy, and it's a ton of fun. Green Chef is a CCOF certified organic company, and they have options for every lifestyle: keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, fast and fit, Mediterranean, and gluten-free. If you've been watching any of my videos or any of my full day of eatings, you guys know that I am not the best chef. And so it's nice to have something like this that you can find some healthy meals that are relatively easy to cook, and they're pretty much foolproof because you have a ton of ingredients, you have all of the whole recipe, and they have step-by-step directions that make it really hard to mess up. They have flavors inspired by international cuisines, delicious choices for breakfast, lunch, and dinner that fit your healthy lifestyle. They have options for every lifestyle: keto, paleo, vegetarian, Mediterranean, and more. And also, they are the only meal kit that is both plastic and carbon offset. In 2023, they're also introducing the Keto Kickoff, which is supposed to make it much easier to eat keto in 2023. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, maybe want to spice up a date night, or you just want to spice up your regular dinners that you're eating, use my code ObesetoBeast60. You'll get 60% off your first order, as well as free shipping. So again, go to greenchef.com. There will be a link in the description, and use my code ObesetoBeast60 to get 60% off, as well as free shipping. So again, huge thank you to Green Chef for sponsoring this video.
Curry Jack, chicken nuggets, curly fries, 2 tacos. Man, I was gonna get more tacos too, but I didn't want to get any more than I could eat.
I used to eat Jack in the Box so much when I was bigger. We had one that was pretty close to my house, and I would get the tacos quite frequently. Actually, this is kind of embarrassing to even admit, but something that me, my mom, and my brother used to do almost every day, before we would go to school, we would stop at Jack in the Box, and I would always get a breakfast Jack. I would get extra salt and pepper, and I would get a soda at like 7 in the morning, and that would be my breakfast. But I used to eat those tacos so often. They used to be 2 for $1. I don't know how much they are anymore, but yeah.
In a day. I'll eat all of this before I go to bed. I'm positive I will. If I'm doing good, I could probably eat all of this for the video. That would be really good. Y'all haven't seen me finish a meal in a little while, I don't guess. And that's the churros. There we go. All right, taco time. Look at those tacos. They're just so greasy. I can tell already I'm not gonna be able to finish. And people wonder why I get full so fast. Honestly, I don't really know, other than the pressure on my stomach from all the fat kind of takes away from my capacity. And I've obviously gained weight.
I think part of it too is like this, there's probably like this level of almost, I don't know, this is me just kind of speculating, but I think like knowing that you're filming yourself eat, I wonder if it's like you're almost uncomfortable, maybe if it's a or if it's like it's subconsciously you're kind of embarrassed of what you're doing, and so you just want to get it over with as fast as possible. So it's almost like, I know I have to do this twice a week, let me just do it. Let me get it over with. Yeah, I'm not entirely full, but I'm kind of over this, so I'm just going to say I'm done eating and then move on. I don't know. Again, she could be completely full and I'm just making that up, but that wouldn't be a surprise to me if that was kind of what was going on there, right?
So I've got extra belly pressure on my stomach. I literally got out of bed at like 10 minutes after 5 p.m., not a.m.
So right there, the reason I left that in is because Candy, her schedule is very sporadic. And I think that, because one thing that she says in this video is that she does kind of want to lose weight. She says that she doesn't want to call it wanting to lose weight, but I really do think that having some sort of schedule and being on routine would be really helpful, because I know for myself, being on routine and having certain things that I do at certain times really helps me a lot. And I don't think, I understand that Candy, obviously she has her own schedule and she can do whatever she wants because she works for herself. This is what she does, right? But I do think that getting up at a more normal time, not 5 p.m., would probably be helpful in that endeavor.
A little blender that I haven't gotten to use because of how my kitchen's set up. I've got a little Dash waffle maker I want to use. So I'm going to put that in there. I'm planning on getting like a little air fryer / toaster oven type thing to put in the corner. So I've got a little oven space there that I don't have to go in the kitchen.
My partner and I, my business partner and I, we saw this, and so we ended up seeing on Candy's wish list that she had like a air fryer, and so we ordered that for her. So hopefully, if she sees this, I hope you enjoy it. But I do think that helps. A lot of people seem to like air fryers. I know there's some people that hate them and think they're ridiculous, and she just might as well just use the oven. But if it gets Candy to cook more at home, then I think that that's a win. A lot of people seem to really enjoy them. I am very lazy and I don't use one. We do have one here, but I eat my few meals and that's about it.
I don't. It's not the kitchen's fault. For a smaller person without like claustrophobia, which I don't know if I actually have claustrophobia. All I know is I get really uncomfortable in there. I really did. I get so uncomfortable in the kitchen because I'm like, it's like right here, and then I turn it, and it's like right there, and I'm like, no, I don't like it. I don't feel comfortable in there, but I've been trying to cook. I'm trying for the most part right now.
So when I'm hearing this, right, it feels like when she's saying she's trying, it feels like I don't know. Again, this is just me speculating, but it feels like she's almost like saying it in a way that makes it seem like she's not really trying that hard, or at least she doesn't believe that it's going to work, right? Which again, I understand. We talked about this in the Amberlynn video that I did recently, because I'm sure Candy is on the same boat, has tried and tried and tried so many times. There's no resolve left, right? Like, she has failed so many times. I want her to succeed, but she's failed so many times that even saying that I'm trying to lose weight or trying to be healthy, you'll see it later in the video, she doesn't even want to say that she's trying to lose weight because there is just zero trust in herself. I think like she doesn't believe that she can do it. So I bet that she probably even feels silly saying that she wants to lose weight. So she would rather just basically not say like, yeah, I'm trying, but I'm not really trying, because she doesn't believe in herself, which is understandable. It's sad. And I want Candy to believe in herself, but I just don't think that she believes that she could even do it, right?
Off camera, the only time I've ordered food out, I ordered for Christmas, and I ordered just enough food for that day and a little bit for like breakfast. And so last night I was able to eat some fruit and not have overeaten. I'm not on a diet. Not on a diet, just trying to make changes. I have to save money, and ordering out like every freaking other day, not good. I already have to order food twice a week for mukbangs. And then that food carries over most of the time.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's something everyone knows, right? Ordering out is expensive, but I will say freaking groceries are just expensive right now as well. Surviving is expensive. Breaking news. Who knew? But yeah, I mean, I think we all know, right? If you're going out to eat, very frequently, you are spending a lot of money, right? Like, that's just the fact of the matter. And so I do think that, you know, obviously, if saving money is something that you want to do, looking into how much you're eating out is obviously something that's going to help you.
Dang it. Dang it, Candy. Ugh. I have to learn to order less food. I know it's ridiculous. Me talking about anything healthy while I've got Jack in the Crack in front of me.
And so the reason I left that in is because I think that Candy is very self-aware. There are people, I know there are a lot of people that dislike Candy and they're not a fan of her and stuff like that, and they just see her as like a joke on the internet that just eats food and is whatever. And I understand, like, coming from that. Like, when I first saw her and heard of her, I was like, oh my gosh, you know, another a fat person eating food on the internet, right, for views. And I am embarrassed that was my first thought, because after watching videos and speaking with her and stuff, like, it's clear that Candy is a good person. It's clear that Candy has been through a lot. If you hear her story, it's clear that she has a lot of shame and guilt from her past. And it's clear that she knows that what she's doing now isn't healthy. It's not going to lead to a long life. It gets a lot more intense later in this video, but she understands that what she's doing is putting her down the path to not being around much longer. She is very clear and she understands that very much so, right? And so it really is sad to see this. Like, it really is hard to watch, because I think that she's a good person and I want to see her be successful. But at the end of the day, no matter what I say, and the thing is that Candy is smart, so nothing that I say in this video I can almost guarantee is going to be something that Candy has never thought of, and it's going to be some, oh my god, he's so right, he's so smart. Like, one, I'm not that smart, and two, she's smarter than me. And so, like, and she's lived the life, she lives her life every day, right? So there's nothing that I say that's going to solve everything for her. I think anything that I say, and I'm going to do my best to share, you know, as much knowledge as I can, but anything that I say in this video is not going to be something she hasn't thought of. I can almost guarantee that.
But I know y'all can tell I'm getting tired of this kind of food. And the only reason I even ordered this and didn't just have some fruit and a pot pie, which is kind of what I had on my mind for today, especially because I have fruit ripening, and, you know, I didn't want a whole bunch of leftovers to eat all evening. But I do it for the views, because y'all have to debate.
So there it is right there. Like, if you think that I'm speculating or I'm making this up, she says it herself, right? Like, literally, I ordered this because it gets more views. This is not just Candy. This is any mukbanger you can think of. They order the food, the amount of food, because there are more views. No one is watching, and I'm telling you guys might say, oh, I'd watch a video of her eating a salad or stuff. Trust me, I guarantee if she tried that, it wouldn't get as many views. I'm not saying that's right or wrong, but all I'm saying is that is the facts. If she did a mukbang where she was eating a salad or eating ice or like eating something healthy, quote unquote healthy, it is not going to get as many views. It's just not, right? And so it's just this vicious cycle of, I want to lose weight. I need to, you know, take my health more seriously. Like, I'm really having some issues. I need to start losing weight. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't be eating this food all the time, you know, at least twice a week. This is what she's saying for these mukbangs. Okay, let me try and order healthier food. Views go way down. Holy crap, I need to pay rent. I have some bills. I need to make some more money. It's just this vicious cycle. Like, to say that it doesn't exist is absolutely ridiculous, right? It's clear that she is living this is the life that she is living right now.
And people that defend me and people that care and just want to hang out and spend time, and I'm, you know, I'm no kind of, what do you call it, example for anyone. Not at all. I mean, the food that I eat is not good for you. I mean, it's fast food garbage for the most part. Even though it tastes good, it's super addictive. Don't try this at home. But off camera, I really want to do better. For my body, for myself.
And so that's the dichotomy, right? Like, I think that and this, people might disagree with me, but I'm just going to say, like, I do think that you can eat this twice a week, right? If that's you're doing mukbangs twice a week, I do think that it's possible to do these mukbangs and still lose weight, right? Twice a week, eating these foods, and then the rest of the week being on point. But that entails the rest of the week being on point, and that is very difficult. Not just for Candy, for anybody, but then on top of that, for Candy, it's hard because you're allowing yourself to eat these foods twice a week minimum. That is hard as someone that is a food addict to just tell themselves only twice a week is when I eat these foods, and then the rest of the week I have to be good. That's really difficult. Do I think it's possible? Yes, of course. Like, I think anything is possible, really, right? Like, I think that you could do it, but that is asking for a monumental level of self-discipline from someone that struggles with that, right? And so, like, am I saying that she can't do it? No, I mean, it is possible, but I just think that is a very, very, very hard ask for someone that is in her position.
For whatever kind of future I'm gonna have, you know, I'm not scared, you know, of the end. I'm not. I've had a good run, you know, and while I don't want to go anywhere, I don't want to, because I still have things I want to do, things I want to experience or whatever. It wouldn't be a tragedy for me. I mean, yeah, people would miss me. But I'd be back wherever we go.
So this part is just really hard to watch. It's really sad to see. I think part of it is because I can relate to an extent. Like, when I was at my heaviest, I felt similar. Like, I had this thought of, I'm always going to be big. There's nothing I felt helpless. Like, there was nothing I could do to change it, because, like, when I had tried to lose weight my entire life, and I was the person I was so unsuccessful that it was almost a joke. Like, I could lose maybe 5, never even like 10 pounds until I just gave up. Like, I felt like I was a lost cause. And so I started to have these kind of similar thoughts where it was like, well, you know what? I might as well just enjoy what I have left. Like, it is what it is. Like, it's a really, you just feel helpless. You just feel helpless. You feel like there's nothing that you can do. You feel like you've tried everything, and what's the point, right? And it's just really sad to see.
Wherever I was before I came here, Lord knows I probably didn't, you know, finish the game in this life. For the most part, I feel like I've lived with a certain amount of grace, you know, with kindness as much as possible. But I haven't been kind to myself. I haven't been kind to me. And that's probably definitely some kind of karmic carryover.
Yeah, most of the time when someone has like serious weight issues like this, there's some sort of like self sabotage going on, and maybe some like trauma that happened when you were younger that you really struggle to forgive yourself for. And so you feel like, again, what's the point, right? I'm dirty, I'm broken, I'm disgusting, whatever, right? Whatever happened when you were younger, it doesn't even have to be like a child, but, you know, in the past, you really struggle to forgive yourself for that thing. And so it's really hard to be like, let me work on myself, let me better myself, because you're like, why would I want to better a piece of trash, right? I'm not saying that that's true, but it's like that. Those are the thoughts that go through your head. Like, what's the point? Why should I even try? It's really, really hard to break that cycle. And it's really, really hard to really feel like I'm worth it, right? And I think that click moment that I talk about, right, where I decided to lose weight, I really do think that part of that was me realizing that I am worth it, right? Me realizing that no matter how many times I tried in the past, no matter how many times I failed, the other things that happened in my past, how I grew up, all that stuff, it doesn't matter, because I can change it. Like, I can make a change, and I can change the trajectory of my life. Like, where I was headed in my life before I started losing weight, it wasn't anywhere good. Like, my life wasn't going well. It really, really wasn't, right? And so that click moment was really, I think part of it was me realizing that I am worth it. And like, regardless of how broken I felt like I was and all of these things that led me to where I was in the present moment, it doesn't matter, because I can make a change and I can change the trajectory of my life. And I can believe that I can be better. Right. And it's really, really hard for someone that has just over and over again feel like they've been beat down, have had terrible things happen to them in the past, to feel like I am going to overcome this and I am going to change the trajectory of my life. It's a really, really difficult thing to ask. It really, really is. I do think it's possible, obviously, but it is very difficult.
I don't know what kind of horrible butthole I was in my previous life, but it had to be bad. I mean, not that this life was that bad. I mean, I've had trauma, but I've had, I've had experiences that, other people might not survive. But I survived, and I'm happy I did. And I learned some very valuable lessons. Basically, I just want to try to eat better off camera because I want to feel better. I don't like the way this stuff makes me feel. I want a prosperous 2023. I'm going to prosper in 2023. And I'm going to try to... I don't want to say I'm on a diet. I'm not going on a diet. But I do want to drop some tonnage and get a little bit more mobile.
I understand, and I know that there are people that probably see this and they're like, what are you talking about? You want to lose weight while you have this food in front of you? Again, I understand that position, and I understand that being your first thoughts. Trust me, I think that's the most obvious thing that most people would think. But after being in this world for so long and seeing the trends and how, like, I can understand how you could get to a point where you could be doing a mukbang, eating an extreme amount of Jack in the Box, talking about how you want to lose weight. Like, I get it. I understand how, like, that feeling. I understand. I'm sure there's people that can relate to it, but maybe you're not filming a mukbang, but you're eating the Jack in the Box thinking to yourself how you want to change. Like, it's not much different than that, right? Like, it really, really isn't. Again, this is not, you are making something hard and just making it harder by doing this. Like, I want to make that clear. I think she understands that and she knows that, but that is clear that, like, I understand that sort of mindset, like being in the middle of eating something like this and thinking to yourself, 2023 is going to be my year. I think this was filmed right before the New Year. So, like, thinking, all right, this is it, and then we're going to move on. Like, I understand. I get it.
Because for frick's sake, I really want to go to the dentist. There's one place I want to go. And I really want to go back to the doctor that I used to go to. Not the one that made house calls, but it's a place in Las Vegas. They give you rides even. You don't have to, like, Uber. But I mean, they're way the hell on the other side of the world. But they come and pick you up and they bring you home. They do psych, like, psychiatry, therapy, primary care, and pain management. All of which I kind of need. I need it all. So I may even actually make a resolution or two this year, because I haven't in the previous years. But I'm going to get my vision board all set up, things that I want to accomplish and do. Yeah, but definitely prosperity is a big thing. Because, I do pretty good. I do pretty good financially. People are like, people still think I'm like, living off the government. Like, nope, not me. Not me. I did a long time ago. I did. And there's nothing wrong with it if you have to, but it was definitely, what do you call it, uplifting for me to be able to take care of myself financially. I'm very happy that I've found my niche. I found my niche.
Yeah, and like, watching this just reminds me of people that I know in my life, and so that's why I kind of get a little emotional. But it's interesting seeing that, because I think that there's probably a lot of people that would see that and think, like, how can you be proud of what you're doing, right? Like, how can you be proud of this being your job? But when you've been in a position where, you know, you're taking government assistance or whatever, and you're not someone that wants to do that, anything where you are making money for yourself is a step up from that. Like, if you've never been in that position, it's really hard to understand that, but I know what that's like. And I know that I can understand. It makes sense why it is clearly so hard for her to move away from this type of content, knowing that it is a paycheck every month. Like, you are going to make money if you keep doing this, and telling yourself, I'm going to stop doing it because it's no longer working for me. Not because it's no longer making me money, but because I don't feel like it's good for my health. When you've been in the position of, like, I don't know where I'm going to get my next meal, I don't know how I'm going to pay my rent, to then just throw that away, right? Quote, throw that away because you want to take care of your health, which is, it's very important. I'm not trying to, like, downplay that, but again, the reason I wanted to share this is because this is clearly something that is more complex than just lose weight and, like, stop doing the mukbangs, right? At least it is to me. It might not be to some people watching this. They might think, whatever, just get over it, but I just don't think it's that simple.
And yeah, well, I'm not truly happy with what I'm doing for a living. It's easy. It's fun. It's easy money. For me, anyway.
So that's everything that I have clipped right there. So again, like I said, I think that Candy is someone that is very smart, intelligent. She understands what she's doing. She understands that, you know, everything that she's saying might sound a little ridiculous. Saying I want to lose weight while you're eating McDonald's, while you're eating Jack in the Box, all of these things. Like, and again, like, if I were to actually talk to Candy again and, like, give her advice, I struggle with it because I know that nothing I say is going to be some groundbreaking thing that she hasn't heard before, right? Like, she knows what she should be doing. She knows that. She knows the steps that she should take if, like, her health is the most important thing. And so I hope that she's able to, like, if she decides that she has to do the mukbangs twice a week and it's like a non-negotiable, it has to happen, it has to be fast food, okay, like, then there are steps that you need to take during the week to make this work. And again, that is making something, losing weight, that's already very hard and making it unbelievably harder, right? But I do believe, and you might disagree, someone that is Candy size that wants to lose weight could eat fast food twice a week and still make something happen. It's absolutely by no means optimal, but if she feels like there's no other way around it, I do think that it's possible. And I think that she believes that as well, because she does talk about how she wants to make some changes. She does want to do this, right? But I think that the most important thing in this video is, you know, her kind of talking about how if everything ended soon, she'd be okay with it. That's just scary to hear. I do understand those feelings. I do understand kind of just being like, hey, man, I've tried my best and it is what it is. And I hope that, you know, she talked about the doctors and going and getting checked up and stuff. I do hope that works out, because I do think it's important to talk to someone about that kind of stuff. But yeah, those are just my thoughts. I'm kind of curious what you guys think in the comment section down below. This is a tough one, man, but I do think that it's important because we talk so much about the mukbangs and trying to lose weight and just being someone that is gaining weight, losing weight on YouTube. It's a very interesting and weird little niche that we're in. But yeah, I would love to know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.